Welcome to the third episode of Let's Talk with Zay podcast. I'm your host Zay, and peace to you all who are watching this. Thank you for everyone who is tuning in today on this episode, on the third episode of Let's Talk with Zay, and also everyone who has also tuned in to the first and second episode as well. I really appreciate you all. I appreciate all the support that everyone has been showing me. Just people asking me about the videos, etc., and things like that. And I appreciate you all, and I hope you all have had a great, amazing weekend. Before I get into the topic for today, um, so yeah, so as we're getting into the topic for today on today's episode is as well and so without, and I'm going to break down just like the statement of that. What does it mean? The reason why I'm talking about it on today's episode. So just getting into it, as well and so without. I wrote down some notes just to be able to help me better to talk about the statement of as well and so without, and just the meaning of it, and also the purpose of why. And I'm not even gonna say why. I feel like the reason why I know that is important to have and to do. So, and what I wrote down, I said basically, but before I even do that, the statement as well in so without, all it basically it means is that you're inner as well in so without. So it basically means whatever you're being, whatever you're reflecting, radiating, and being within the inside of you, that's what the outside of you is going to reflect. That's what your physical reality is going to reflect. So that it's literally as well in so without. Whatever you're being, whatever you're radiating, whatever you're reflecting and being, and just whatever it is that you just being on the inside is what the outside is going to show you, and what the outside is going to be. So in what I wrote down, I said the statement as well and so without, it's not about doing, but it's about being. It goes hand in hand with the statement where focus goes, energy flows. It's about realizing your inner world, which is your thoughts, emotions, and what you are feeling in your soul, determines your outer state and world, which is your physical reality, and take whatever action steps that needed to be taken. But everything starts with our thoughts. Our thoughts is what create our reality. Our thoughts is what create our actions. We have never done anything without thinking about it first. Whether it's getting water or starting school. So always make sure your inner world is how you want your outer world to be. I made a mistake and wrote it the wrong way, but the reason why I want to talk about that is because, like, this is something, me being on my spiritual journey, and not only just me being on my spiritual journey for the past 4 years, and just studying the law of attraction, studying the law of assumption, like basically just studying the mind and how it works and things like that. Start studying in things like manifestation, and also like practicing in my own life, because I'm not ever going to talk about nothing. I'm not ever going to study nothing and then talk about it without have done it myself as well, and seeing how it works in my reality, for me to be able to talk about it in my own experience. And just like through the past 4 years, since 2021, ever since I started my spiritual journey, and I started manifesting, like consciously manifesting, and to grow and growing more of a personal relationship with God, which God is waiting us all, I started to realize that anything that is going on in our lives, 9 times out of 10, it all started because it was in our inner state of world, always because it was in somebody else's inner state of world that is close by us, and like they may have just kept saying that, and may just have kept thinking that, when like you or that person was literally creating that into your reality by literally just focusing so much on it. Because like, and one thing that helped me realize this is like just seeing plenty of examples, like just seeing plenty of examples of like like I said, like it goes like the statement as well and so without goes hand in hand. The statement as well and so without, it goes with the statement where focus goes, energy flows. And the reason that those two go so hand in hand with one another is because, like, literally where focus goes, energy flows. That's basically just saying where your focus. I mean, I made it my second video, actually. My last video was about that, and just being about where focus goes, energy flows. And this video being about as well and so without, those two go hand in hand with one another, because where focus goes, energy flows. That just states that wherever your energy is, that wherever your focus is going, that's where all of your energy is going to go. And the state as well and so it always just basically just mean whoever you're being, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling and radiating, and just like truly knowing your soul, that's what your physical reality is going to show you. Because anytime that we thinking that nothing can't get better, nothing does get better. Or, like whenever it is that we think like a Pacific day is the best day possible or it's been a great day, it continues to be even more of a great day. Or, 9 times out of 10, things, it's not ever a case or situation to where there are not things happening that we don't want to happen. Of course, like, there's day-to-day life things, that are outside of our control. But a lot of the times, especially things in our own personal life and how it is that we are, it always starts from inner within. You know, if we focusing on what's not going, if we focusing on what's, what we can't control and things like that, just more things that you can't control are going to continue to happen. So just the message for today's podcast episode is make sure your inner state and world, just like I said in the last sentence and what I wrote. So always make sure your inner state and world is how you want your outer state of world to be. And it's literally, I'm not gonna say it's just as simple as that because, like, of course, like some people we're all gonna interpret it in how we do. But just the message for today in this podcast episode is know that your inner state and world creates your outer state and world. Yes, everything isn't, isn't just about thoughts and feelings. Like I said, some things we need to take physical action step on it. If you want to be in shape, like, yeah, it's important to think about being in shape, but also working out and eating healthy as well, but it all starts with thoughts. That's like what a big part, like just where I'm coming from, it all starts with thoughts. Whether it's things that you need to take physical action steps on or just how something is your life, as will in, so it out. If you're being happy, if you're happy on the inside of you, if you're happy with yourself, if your thoughts and your frequency, your vibration, your emotions in your soul, you are happy, you are at peace, you are one with yourself, everything is always going to work out in your favor. Even if things happen that you don't want to happen, things are always still going to work out in your favor because you're literally, it's just like the saying, like, it's just all about alignment. It's just all about like right place, right time, right place, right time. That doesn't just happen just because. That happens because you're ready. Preparation, what I meant to say, preparation means opportunity. Like, just like the saying, when preparation means opportunity, when you're prepared for something, like, it's literally going to happen when it's supposed to. And that's not just with physical things. That's not just like what doing something physically. That's also when yourself. If you're happy when yourself, just say, for example, you're looking for a relationship. If you're happy when yourself, you're peaceful when yourself, when the right person comes to you, you're going to be prepared. You're going to be ready because your inner state and world, you're happy. So there's not going to be any trauma to you, or just like something subconsciously in your mind that's holding you back and pulling you back on you being able to potentially work something out with this person or start something with this person, because you're going to be able to see and appreciate the love that they give you, because you give that love to yourself, so that it's something that's real. You're going to be able to feel and truly know. You're not going to be at a point to where you feel like that you have to sabotage or even subconsciously sabotage it, because that's a lot of times we subconsciously sabotage things because it's so much of how our inner state and world is that we literally don't get to see. Like, we literally are not able to fully understand and look at it from a like logical standpoint of view of what's going on and how we're self-sabotaging ourselves in those things. So remember, as we're in, so it out. However you want your outer state and world, make sure your inner state and world is that you want something to be a certain way. It all starts up here. Whatever physical action steps you need to take those physical action steps, but always make sure that your mind, it all starts with your mind and your soul. Always make sure, once again, however you want your inner state and world to be, and this is a message to myself, however you want your inner state and world, however you want your outer state and world to be, make sure your inner state of world is that. Make sure you're happy and you're vibrant and you're at peace in whatever it is that you desire. Make sure you have that knowing and that just that faith and that knowing within you before anything. And that's the best way that's going to be able to come on the outside, including the physical action step that you may or may not need to take. And I say to y'all have a great day.